Thank you for tuning in for Akabalon Media with your host, Mafuja Kadir. What happened to hip hop this summer? Thank God for Jay-Z and his Yankee Stadium concerts, which were sold out. That's pretty much the only highlight we had this summer. Am I wrong? Drake dropped some albums. Rick Ross dropped an album a couple weeks ago. It's okay. It's okay. I mean, if you like him talking about how rich he is and his Maybachs and his Rolls Royce, I mean, he's the big boss, but it's okay. But he had a lot of features on that album, though. So I have to, take off significantly the amount of features. And Set in Stone, Ross did not rap enough for me. He just did not. He was overshadowed by all his features. Everybody that he featured, they all did a better job at rapping. And Rick Ross I just thought it was, I'm not going to say lethargic. I just thought that, I just thought it was just more, I don't know, what was his, well, he wanted to let everybody know he's rich. But where's the bars? You're better than what you did. Your bars wasn't there. They weren't there. You got I'm rich, the luxury of richness and the life of assets, availability of assets and stuff like that. I mean, we've heard that all before, but where was the content? What's happening in Miami? What's happening in Carol City? What's going on? Where was the heartfelt that you normally supply us with, Ross? That's all I'm saying. Outside of that, look, I did what I had to. I rocked with it a little bit. You know what I'm saying? I let it marinate. And that's my only critique. The features and you not delving, you just didn't touch the soul like you normally do, you know what I mean? But it was dope. It was the dope album. So check it out. Set in Stone, Rick Ross. Like I said, Jay-Z, his concert, like him or hate him, he's still a mega star. He still brings people out, and they were out from what everyone is saying and from what everybody pretty much, outside, I think the last night, some type of security issues was going on, which delayed the concert for like 3 hours or so, 4 hours or so. So, a lot of money, but you got to do what you got to do, especially with what's going on throughout the country, as far as random things popping off. So I wouldn't be mad. I'm not mad, but I would have been like, kind of like, okay, Jay-Z, you better bring it. You know what I mean? You better bring it. And from what I heard, he did. I don't know, man. But outside of that, because of course you got the 38 Special, and his proclamation, as far as he's going at Jada, or saying that he had a better verse on the track that he and Jada was on, and he thought Jada, he was trying to get another verse, so I guess Jada's solidified in this hip hop, man. 38 Special, I like 38 Special too, cause he's good. He's nice. He's definitely nice. But then Jada came back and kind of answered some things and do some shots at him with Aroma, song with him and Fat Joe. The track that they dropped, which is fire, by the way. As far as 38 Special response track or whatever diss track he had, he went at Jim Jones If you was following the story, Jim Jones was saying something about, there's levels to battling people at on that type of lyrical skill like Jada. Even though you're nice, but still, um, there's a level to the method that you want to call out people, but you know, I guess he was trying to, saying that, Jada, he shouldn't even address trying to sun them. You know what I mean? That's what I get out of it. But this is hip hop, bro. I don't care who you are. If someone mentions your name in any type of, if you feel like it might be a little bit of a jab or whatever, it's hip hop. It's hip hop. You create, you can create a profile you rapping about, and they know who you're talking about. If you want to do subliminals, or you can be like Pac and just name names. You know what I'm saying? And just drop names. You know what I mean, we know who you're talking about. Since trying to hide it and all that. I can't, unless you're trying to get it on the radio and all that. You know what I mean? But in the streets, it's a different arena. We want diss records. And it's diss records for a reason, because you're being totally disrespectful to your opponent, to your said target. Yeah, kids could be brought into it. Women, mothers could be brought into it. Brothers, sisters, everybody can be brought into it. It's a diss track. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. And that's why when someone play with your name, you dismantle them. You just go ahead and you just go ahead and dismantle them. As disrespectful as you can get. We're keeping it on wax. It's, you know what I mean? It's no bodies to drop. It's not no real beef, but it's a diss track. You want to bring up names. You know what I mean? You want to drop my name? Okay, let's go. Let's play. But everybody's too cool for school. Everybody's too busy being a mogul. Everybody's a star, you know what I'm saying? In their own minds, in their own world. Everybody's, I hate that about hip hop too, bro. I mean, it'd be some average jokers out here that you can't tell them they ain't running music. They ain't the king of this or king of that. They running music. Can't tell them they ain't the hottest on the street. They hood, they hood tell them they hot. They think they the hottest thing out. But that's all I got, man. That's all I was saying. You know what I mean? Let's get back to hip hop. Let's get back to diss records. Salam.